How to truly fix yourself once and for all. We all have areas in our lives that we wish were different, whether it's breaking bad habits, overcoming self-doubt, or finally achieving the goals we've set for ourselves. But before we dive in, make sure to check the comment section where I've left a question for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. So, let's get started. Fixing yourself is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about recognizing that you have the power to shape your life and taking intentional steps to make it better. The first and most important step in this journey is self-awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge, so take a moment to reflect on your life, your habits, your behaviors, and your thoughts. What areas do you feel need improvement? Maybe it's your physical health, your mindset, or the way you handle relationships. Whatever it is, the key is to be brutally honest with yourself. It can be difficult to face your flaws, but remember, self-awareness is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. Start by taking a deep inventory of your life. Ask yourself questions like, what habits are holding me back? What recurring thoughts or beliefs are limiting my potential? Are there relationships in my life that drain me rather than uplift me? Write these down and be as specific as possible. The more clearly you can identify what needs fixing, the easier it will be to develop a plan to address it. Once you've identified the areas that need work, the next step is to take full responsibility for your life. This might be the hardest part because it requires you to stop blaming external factors like other people, your circumstances, or your past for your current situation. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, if only this or that were different, my life would be better. But real change begins when you take ownership of your life and realize that you have the power to change your situation. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. By accepting responsibility, you empower yourself to make the necessary changes. Taking responsibility also means letting go of excuses. Excuses are the lies we tell ourselves to justify inaction, whether it's, I don't have time, no, I'm too tired, or I'll start tomorrow. These excuses keep us stuck in the same place. The truth is, if something is important to you, you'll find a way to make it happen. So, commit to being honest with yourself and recognize when you're making excuses. Challenge them and ask yourself, is this really true, or am I just avoiding something difficult? Now that you've taken responsibility, it's time to set clear, actionable goals. Knowing what you want to fix is one thing, but having a concrete plan in place is another. Start by setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals. Avoid vague goals like, I want to be healthier, or I want to be happier. Instead, break them down into smaller, actionable steps that you can tackle one at a time. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical health, you might start with a commitment to exercise 3 times a week and eat a balanced diet. If you're working on your mindset, you might set a goal to practice daily affirmations, meditate for 10 minutes each day, and read one self-improvement book a month. It's important to make sure your goals are realistic and attainable. Setting goals that are too ambitious can lead to frustration and burnout, which may cause you to give up altogether. Instead, focus on small, consistent actions that build momentum over time. Each small step you take brings you closer to your ultimate goal and helps build your confidence and sense of achievement. Yet, as you work on your goals, it's crucial to develop self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's the key to staying consistent and following through on your commitments, especially when motivation wanes. Motivation can be fleeting. It comes and goes depending on how you're feeling in the moment. But self-discipline is what will keep you on track even when the initial excitement wears off. Start by creating a daily routine that supports your goals. Set aside dedicated time each day to work on the areas you're trying to improve. This might mean waking up earlier, cutting out distractions, or saying no to activities that don't align with your priorities. Remember, self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. You might not always feel like putting in the work, but remind yourself of why you started and how far you've come. Each time you push through the resistance, you're building your self-discipline and making it easier to stay on track in the future. Another crucial aspect of fixing yourself is building resilience. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, and it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. But resilience is what will keep you moving forward, even in the face of adversity. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but rather about facing them head on and bouncing back stronger. When you encounter obstacles, don't give up. Instead, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep going. The more resilient you become, the more capable you'll be of overcoming the difficulties that come your way. Developing resilience also involves changing the way you perceive failure. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, view it as a stepping stone on the path to success. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, teaching you what doesn't work and bringing you one step closer to finding what does. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by failing, learning, and trying again. So, don't be afraid to take risks and make mistakes. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the stronger you become. Cultivating a positive mindset is another essential element in fixing yourself. Your thoughts have a powerful impact on your life and your ability to make lasting changes. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough or that you'll never succeed, you're setting yourself up for failure. Instead, practice positive self-talk. Remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments. Visualize yourself succeeding and achieving your goals. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether it's through the books you read, the people you interact with, or the content you consume. A positive mindset will help you stay focused and motivated, even when the going gets tough. In addition to mindset, self-care plays a critical role in fixing yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, so it's important to take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Make time for activities that recharge you, whether it's exercise, hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or simply relaxing. Pay attention to your body's needs. Eat nutritious foods, get enough sleep, and manage stress. Self-care isn't selfish. It's necessary for maintaining the energy and focus you need to make lasting changes in your life. Prioritize your physical health by creating a routine that includes regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep. Exercise is not just about looking good. It's about feeling good and maintaining a healthy body that can support your ambitions. Whether it's a morning jog, a yoga session, or hitting the gym, find an activity that you enjoy and make it a regular part of your life. Eating a balanced diet fuels your body and mind, giving you the energy and mental clarity needed to tackle your goals. And don't underestimate the power of sleep. It's during sleep that your body repairs itself and your mind processes the day's events. Aim for 78 hours of quality sleep each night to ensure you're at your best. Emotional self-care is equally important. Life can be stressful, and it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to take care of your emotional well-being. Make time to connect with your emotions and express them in healthy ways. This might mean journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or seeking professional help if needed. Remember, it's okay to feel emotions, whether they're positive or negative. What's important is how you manage them. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can also help you stay centered and reduce stress, making it easier to navigate life's challenges. Lastly, remember that fixing yourself is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong process. There will always be areas to improve and new challenges to face. Be patient with yourself and embrace the journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep striving to become the best version of yourself. It's okay to stumble and make mistakes. What's important is that you get back up and keep moving forward. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And remember to check the comment section to answer the question I left for you. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep working on becoming the best version of yourself. See you in the next video. If you've made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments. It shows you are part of the 1% that's improving every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as we embark on this journey together, I want you to understand that everything you seek, everything you desire, and everything you wish to become already exists within you. The world you see around you is nothing but a reflection of your inner state, a mirror of your consciousness, and it is through the deliberate, consistent focus on yourself that you can shape this inner world and, consequently, your outer reality. Now then, I speak of focusing on yourself. I do not mean this in the egotistical sense that the world often promotes. No, I speak of a deeper, more profound focus, a focus on your true self, your divine nature, your I am for you. See, you are not merely a physical being having a spiritual experience, but a spiritual being having a human experience. And it is in recognizing and embracing this truth that you begin to tap into the infinite power that resides within you every day as you awake from your slumber. You have a choice. You can choose to be swept away by the currents, the world, allowing external circumstances to dictate your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Or you can choose to focus on yourself, to turn inward and connect with the God within you. For make no mistake, my dear friends, you are God in human form, expressing itself as you. This focus on self is not a selfish act, but the most selfless thing you can do, for as you elevate your consciousness, as you align yourself with your divine nature, you elevate the entire world. You become a beacon of light, illuminating the path for others to follow. But how, you may ask, does one focus on oneself every day? It begins with awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs. So these are the building blocks of your reality. Thought you think. Every emotion you feel, every belief you hold is shaping your world in this very moment. And it is through becoming aware of these inner movements that you can begin to consciously direct them. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is a garden. Every thought is a seed planted in this garden. Some thoughts are beautiful flowers, others are noxious weeds. By focusing on yourself every day, you become the master gardener of your mind. You carefully select which seeds to plant, which starts to nurture, and which beliefs to water with your attention. This, my dear friends, is the essence of what I teach. The law of assumption states that if you assume a state, if you live from it as if it were already true, it must manifest in your outer world. But to do this effectively, you must focus on yourself every day. Must cultivate the inner state that corresponds to your desired reality. Let us delve deeper into this concept. Thank you. When you focus on yourself, you are essentially focusing on your I am. I am is the name of God, and it is also your name. When you say I am, you are invoking the creative power of the universe. This is why it is crucial to be mindful of what follows. Am in your thoughts and speech. If you constantly tell yourself, I am tired, I am broke, I'm unlucky, are creating that reality. But when you focus on yourself every day, when you connect with your true nature, you can begin to consciously choose empowering. I am statements. I am abundant. I am loved. I'm successful. These are not mere affirmations, but declarations of your true state of being. Now some of you might be thinking, but never. How can I declare myself to be something I am not yet experiencing in physical reality? And to this I say, congratulations, you have just identified the very belief that has been holding you back. For you see, time is an illusion of the physical world. In the realm of spirit, in your true state of being, everything already exists in the eternal. Now, when you focus on yourself every day, you begin to see beyond the illusion of time and space. You start to understand that the vision of you that has already achieved your desires, that is already living your dream life, exists right now. And by aligning your consciousness with that version of yourself, you bring it into your physical experience. This, my friends, is the power of imagination. Imagination is not some fanciful daydreaming, but the very substance of reality. The world you see around you was once only imagined. Every invention, every work of art, Every human achievement began as a mere thought, an imaginal act. And it is through the focus on self, through the deliberate use of your imagination, that you can reshape your world. When you focus on yourself every day, you are essentially engaging in a form of mental diet. Just as you are careful about what you put into your physical body, must be equally discerning about what you feed your mind. The thoughts you entertain, the mental images you well upon, the inner conversations you engage in. These are the nourishment for your consciousness. And just as a healthy physical diet requires consistency, so too does this mental diet. You cannot expect to transform your life by focusing on yourself once in a while or only when you remember to do so. No, this must become a daily practice, as natural and necessary as this morning. As you rise from your sleep, take a moment to focus on yourself. Take a deep breath and connect with your eye. Feel the divine presence within you, the God that you are then throughout your day. Maintain this connection. Be aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions to the world around you. When you find yourself slipping into negative patterns, gently bring your focus back to yourself. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness behind them, the consciousness that observes. And in this awareness lies your power to choose, to redirect your focus. As you go about your day, the art of revision. This is a powerful technique that allows you to reshape your past and consequently your present and future. If you encounter a situation that is less than desirable, do not dwell on it. In your imagination, revise the event. See playing, exactly as you would have wished it to feel. The emotions you would have felt had it happened in that ideal way. This is not denial or escapism. This is you exercising your God-given power to choose the reality you wish to experience. For remember, the outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. By revising events in your imagination, you are changing your inner state, and thus you are out of reality must conform. Now let us address a common misconception. Some may think that focusing on oneself every day means ignoring the world around them or neglecting their responsibilities. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you focus on yourself, when you align with your divine nature, you naturally become more present, more engaged with life. You see, when you're not focused on yourself, you are the mercy of external circumstances. You react to life rather than creating it. But when you maintain a consistent focus on self, you become the creator of your reality. Respond to life from a place of inner peace and power. This focus on self also enhances your relationships with others. For when you are centered in your true self, when you are connected to the God within, you naturally radiate love, compassion, and understanding. You no longer seek validation for fulfillment from others, for you have found the source of all love and abundance within yourself. As you practice focusing on yourself every day, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your perception. The world around you may appear brighter, more vibrant. Synchronicities may become more frequent. You may find yourself naturally drawn to people and opportunities that align with your desires. This is because as you focus on yourself, as you elevate your consciousness, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency, and like you become a magnet for experiences that match your inner state. Is the law of attraction in action. But it goes beyond mere positive thinking. It is about embodying the state of your desire, living from the end result. Let me share with you a powerful exercise that you can incorporate into your daily routine each night. As you lay in your bed ready to sleep, enter into a state of relaxation. Take several deep breaths, allowing your body to sink into the mattress. Now in your imagination, construct a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. If your desire is for financial abundance, see yourself looking at a bank statement with a balance that thrills you. If it's a loving relationship you seek, feel the warmth of your beloveds. Whatever your desire may be, create a short, simple scene that implies its fulfillment. Now here's the crucial part, into the scene. Don't just watch it like a movie, but step into it. It is real. Engage all your senses. What do you hear? What do you smell? Make it as vivid and real as possible. And as you do this, feel the naturalness of. Feel as though this is your reality. Now repeat the scene over and over, always from the first-person perspective, always feeling it as real and natural. Do this until you fall asleep. This exercise, performed consistently, has the power to reshape your subconscious beliefs. And you see, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. By repeatedly entering into this imaginal scene, you are impressing upon your subconscious the reality of your desire in your subconscious. Being the faithful servant that it is, we work tirelessly to bring about the conditions necessary for the manifestation of this state. This nightly practice is a powerful way to focus on yourself, to align your consciousness with your desires. But remember, focus on self should not be limited to a few minutes before sleep. It must permeate your entire day as you go about your daily activities. An awareness of your inner state. Are you feeling anxious? Pause and reconnect with your I am. Are you doubting yourself? Remember that you are God expressing as you, and doubt has no place in the divine mind. Are you feeling lack or limitation? Remind yourself of your true, abundant nature. This constant self-awareness, this continues. On your inner state is the key to mastering your reality. For you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your experience every moment of every day. You are choosing the reality you experience through your focus. Now, I want to address something that many of you may be experiencing as you embark on this, of self-focus. You may find that as you begin to consciously direct your thoughts and align with your desires, challenges arise. All patterns may resurface. Doubts may creep in, and external circumstances seem to contradict your inner work. Not be discouraged by this. In fact, welcome it. For these challenges are not obstacles, but opportunities. They're bringing to the surface old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you, allowing you to consciously choose again when you encounter resistance, whether internal or external. Simply see it as that change is occurring. The old must be uprooted before the new can fully take root. Remember, the circumstances of your life are not the cause of your inner state, but the effect of it. By maintaining your focus on yourself, by persisting in the assumption of your desired state, regardless of appearances, you are causing a shift at the deepest level of your being. And this shift must, by law, be reflected in your outer world. As you focus on yourself every day, you will begin to experience a profound sense of peace and power. You will realize that you are not at the mercy of the world, but that the world is responding to you. This realization is freedom. It is the understanding that you are the operant power in your life, that your consciousness is the one and only reality. Now delve deeper into the practical application of this teaching. How can you maintain this focus on self throughout your busy day? It begins with setting the tone each morning. Upon waking, before you engage with the world, take a few moments to center yourself. Close your eyes, a deep breath, and affirm your true. I am God expressing as your nature me. I am love. I am abundance. Feel the truth of these statements. Don't just repeat them mechanically, but feel them resonating in every cell of your being. This is not positive thinking or self-deception. This is you acknowledging and embodying your true divine nature as you go about your day. Okay. Make it a habit to check in with yourself regularly. Set reminders if you need to every hour, so pause and ask yourself, what am I focusing on right now? What state am I in body? If you find that you've slipped into negative patterns, gently bring your focus back to your desired state. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to choose. You're not bound by your past thoughts or actions. In each instance, you have the power to shift your focus, to realign with your true self, to choose again. Another powerful practice is to see everyone and everything as yourself pushed out. This means recognizing that the world you perceive is a reflection of your consciousness. The people you interact with, the situations you encounter are all aspects of yourself. By seeing the world in this way, you take full responsibility for your reality. If you encounter someone who's rude or unkind, instead of reacting negatively, pause and ask yourself, what aspect of my consciousness is deflecting? How can I shift my interstate to experience more kindness? This practice not only empowers you, but also cultivates compassion and understanding as you focus on yourself every day. You will naturally find yourself letting go of the need to control external circumstances. You will understand that true power lies not manipulating the outside world, but in mastering your inner world. This doesn't mean you become passive. On the contrary, you become more effective in your actions because they stem from a place of inner alignment rather than fear or lack. Now I want to address a question that often arises. Never. How long will it take for my desires to manifest? And to this, I say it is done. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, when you truly embody the state of your desire, it is finished in the realm of spiritual now, is to persist in this state. To continue focusing on yourself and your desired reality, regardless of appearances. Time is a construct of the physical world, but in the realm of spirit, everything exists now. Your desire is not something to be achieved in the future, but a state to be assumed now as you focus on yourself every day, as you live from the state of the wish fulfilled. You will find that the time it takes for your desire to manifest in the physical world becomes irrelevant. You are living it in consciousness, which is the only reality. This understanding brings about a profound shift in your approach to life. You no longer live in a state of wanting, of lack of yearning for something in the future. Instead, you live from a state of fulfillment, of completeness. This is the state from which miracles naturally flow. As you continue to focus on yourself every day, you will find that your desires themselves begin to evolve. What once seemed may fade away, replaced by deeper, meaningful aspirations. This is a natural result of aligning with your true self. You begin to desire not from a place of lack or social conditioning, but from your divine nature. Remember, my dear friends, that this work of focusing on yourself is not a means to an end. It is not something you do until you get what you want and then discard. It is a way of life, a continuous communion with your divine self. Is through this ongoing focus, did you not only manifest your desires, but also discover your true purpose and express your unique gifts to the world. As we near the end of our time, I want to impress upon you the importance of persistence. The world around you may not change overnight. All passions and beliefs may resist your new focus, but do not be discouraged. Your persistent focus on self, your consistent assumption of your desired state is a mighty force. It is reshaping your world at the most fundamental level. Trust in the law. Trust in your divine nature. Trust in the power of your focused consciousness, for as surely as the sun rises each morning, your outer world must conform to your inner state. It is law. 4. In closing, I urge you to make this focus on self your highest priority. Let it be foundation upon which you build your life. For in doing so, you are not only transforming your own experience, but contributing to the elevation of all consciousness. Remember, you are God expressing His you. You are the creator of your. You are the operant power in your life. Focus on yourself every day. Align with your true divine nature and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Go forth now with this knowledge and power. Apply these teachings diligently. Focus on yourself every day. Live from your desired state. And know with absolute certainty that your world must and will conform to your focus consciously. You are blessed. You are divine. You are powerful beyond measure. Now go and create the life of your dreams. It is your birthright. It is your destiny. Is done. Thank you. Force yourself to be consistent. Those words hold the key to unlocking your true potential. They're the foundation of every great achievement, every lasting success. Consistency is not just a habit. It is a superpower that can transform your life. Think about it. The world's most accomplished individuals reach their goals not through sporadic bursts of effort, but through unwavering day-in, day-out dedication to their craft. It is not about grand gestures or moments of brilliance. It is about showing up time and time again, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency builds momentum. It is like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering size and speed as it goes. At first, your efforts might seem small, insignificant even, but keep at it day after day and watch as those small actions compound into something truly remarkable. Consider the simple act of saving money. Put aside $1 a day, and it might not seem like much, but do that consistently for a year and you've got $3.65. Do it for 10 years and suddenly you're looking at $30.60. And that's before we even factor in interest or investment returns. That's the power of consistency. The same principle applies to any goal you are pursuing. Want to get in shape? It is not about killing yourself at the gym once a month. It is about doing something active every single day, even if it is just a short walk. Want to learn a new skill? 15 minutes of focused practice each day will take you further than sporadic intense study sessions. Consistency creates habits, and habits shape our lives. When you force yourself to be consistent, you are essentially reprogramming your brain. You are telling yourself, this is who I am, and over time, those actions become automatic, as natural as breathing. But here's the catch: consistency is not easy. If it were, everyone would be widely successful. It requires discipline, willpower, and often pushing through discomfort. There will be days when you don't feel motivated, when you'd rather stay in bed or veg out on the couch. Those are the days that matter most. Forcing yourself to be consistent means showing up, especially on those tough days. It means doing the work even when you don't see immediate results. It means trusting the process, believing that your efforts will pay off in the long run. Remember, success is not about perfection, it is about progress. You don't have to be flawless in your consistency. What matters is that you keep coming back, keep trying, keep pushing forward. Miss a day. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day. Consistency also breeds confidence. When you prove to yourself day after day that you can follow through on your commitments, you start to trust yourself more. You begin to see yourself as someone who gets things done, someone who's reliable and dependable. That self-image is incredibly powerful. Think about the most successful people in any field: athletes, business leaders, artists. What do they all have in common? They show up. They put in the work. They're consistent. They understand that talent alone is not enough. It is the daily grind, the relentless pursuit of their goals that sets them apart. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm not trying to be a world-class athlete or a billionaire CEO. That's okay. Consistency is not just for extraordinary achievers, it is for anyone who wants to improve their life, anyone who has a dream they want to pursue. Maybe you want to be a better parent. Consistency means being present for your children every day, not just when it is convenient. Perhaps you are working on your health. Consistency means making good food choices and staying active, not just when you're feeling motivated. The beauty of consistency is that it applies to every area of life: your relationships, your career, your personal growth. All can be transformed through the power of consistent action. But let's be real, forcing yourself to be consistent is not always fun. There will be days when it feels like a chore, when you question why you're putting yourself through this. That's normal. The key is to push through those feelings. One way to make consistency easier is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Pick one area, one habit you want to develop, and focus on that. Make it so easy that you can't say no. Just want to start reading more. Commit to reading just 1 page a day. Want to meditate? Start with these small commitments. They might seem insignificant, but they serve a crucial purpose. They help you build the habit of showing up, of following through. And once you've mastered consistency in one area, you can apply that skill to others. Another powerful tool is to track your progress. Keep a log of your consistent actions. It could be as simple as marking an X on a calendar for each day you follow through. Seeing that chain of X grow longer and longer can be incredibly motivating. You won't want to break the streak. Remember, consistency is not about perfection, it is about persistence. You will have setbacks. You will have days when life gets in the way. The key is not to let those setbacks derail you completely. If you miss a day, get right back on track the next day. Don't let one slip-up turn into a week of inaction. Consistency also requires patience. In our instant gratification world, it is easy to get discouraged when we don't see immediate results. But real, lasting change takes time. It is like planting a tree. You don't see the growth day to day, but over months and years, that consistent care leads to something magnificent. Force yourself to be consistent, and you are essentially investing in your future self. Every consistent action you take is like making a deposit in the bank of your future success. It might not feel significant in the moment, but over time, those deposits add up to something truly remarkable. Think about who you want to be 5 years from now. What skills do you want to have? What accomplishments do you want to achieve? What kind of person do you want to become? The path to that future self is paved with consistent actions taken today, tomorrow, and every day after that. Consistency also has a ripple effect on your life. When you prove to yourself that you can be consistent in one area, it boosts your confidence in others. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who can be relied upon. That self-image can transform your relationships, your career, and your overall sense of self-worth. But here's a crucial point: consistency doesn't mean rigidity. It is not about blindly doing the same thing day in and day out without thought or reflection. True consistency involves regular evaluation and adjustment. Are your consistent actions moving you closer to your goals? If not, it might be time to adjust your approach. This is where the force yourself part comes in. Sometimes being consistent means forcing yourself to change, to adapt, to try new approaches. It means being honest with yourself about what's working and what is not, and having the courage to make changes when necessary. Consistency also requires clarity. It is hard to be consistent if you are not clear on what you are working toward. Take the time to define your goals and understand why they're important to you. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to stay consistent in your pursuit of it. Another powerful aspect of consistency is its ability to build resilience. When you force yourself to show up day after day, you are also building your ability to handle challenges and setbacks. You are training yourself to keep going even when things get tough. This resilience is a valuable asset in all areas of life. Consistency can also help you overcome fear and self-doubt. Often, what holds us back is not a lack of ability, but a lack of belief in ourselves. By consistently taking action, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. Each small victory builds your confidence, making it easier to take on bigger challenges. But consistency is not just about personal achievement, it is also about the impact you have on others. When you are consistent, you become someone others can rely on. In your relationships, your work, your community. Consistency builds trust and respect. Think about the people you admire most in your life. Chances are, one of their defining qualities is consistency. They show up, they follow through, they do what they say they're going to do. By forcing yourself to be consistent, you are becoming that kind of person, someone worthy of admiration. Consistency is also a powerful antidote to procrastination. When you make consistency a habit, you stop waiting for the perfect moment to take action. You understand that the perfect moment is now and every moment after that. You stop making excuses and start making progress. But here's an important point: consistency doesn't mean you never take a break. In fact, planned rest and recovery are crucial parts of a consistent approach. The key is that these breaks are intentional, not the result of giving up or losing focus. Force yourself to be consistent, and you'll find that it gets easier over time. What once required immense willpower becomes second nature. The actions that used to drain you start to energize you. You begin to crave the sense of accomplishment that comes from following through on your commitments. Consistency also helps you develop a growth mindset. When you consistently put in effort, you start to see how your abilities can expand and develop over time. You understand that you are not limited by your current skills or knowledge. With consistent effort, you can grow and improve in any area. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you cut through the noise and distractions of daily life. In a world that's constantly vying for our attention, consistency gives you a clear focus. It helps you prioritize what's truly important and let go of what's not. Forcing yourself to be consistent also teaches you the value of process over outcome. While goals are important, it is the consistent actions you take toward those goals that truly matter. By focusing on the process, the daily habits and routines, you set yourself up for long-term success. Consistency is also a powerful tool for overcoming plateaus. In any endeavor, there will be times when progress seems to stall. It is in these moments that consistency is most crucial. By continuing to show up and put in the work, you push through these plateaus and reach new levels of achievement. But remember, consistency is not about being a robot. It is about being reliably human. It is about showing up as your best self day after day, even when it is challenging. It is about honoring your commitments to yourself and others. Forcing yourself to be consistent also helps you develop self-discipline. This is a skill that translates to every area of life. When you can consistently do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment, you become unstoppable. Consistency is also about alignment. When your actions consistently align with your values and goals, you experience a deep sense of fulfillment. You are not just going through the motions. You are living with purpose and intention. Another powerful aspect of consistency is its ability to create a positive feedback loop. Consistent actions lead to results, which boost your motivation, which in turn makes it easier to stay consistent. It is a virtuous cycle that can propel you toward your goals. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to be boring sometimes. Success often is not flashy. It is the result of showing up day after day, doing the work that needs to be done. Embrace the mundane aspects of consistency, knowing that they're the foundation of extraordinary results. Consistency also helps you develop patience. In a world of quick fixes and instant gratification, the ability to consistently work toward long-term goals is a rare and valuable skill. It allows you to tackle bigger challenges and achieve more significant results. But here's a crucial point: consistency is not about burning yourself out. It is about finding a sustainable pace. Force yourself to be consistent in a way that you can maintain over the long haul. It is better to do a little bit every day than to go all out for a week and then crash. Consistency also teaches you to focus on what you can control. You can't always control outcomes, but you can control your efforts. By consistently putting in the work, you set yourself up for success regardless of external factors. Remember, forcing yourself to be consistent doesn't mean you'll always feel motivated. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes. Consistency is about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It is about honoring your commitments to yourself. Consistency also helps you develop a strong work ethic. When you consistently put in effort day after day, you build a reputation as someone who can be counted on. This is invaluable in your personal and professional life. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you make better decisions. When you are consistently working toward your goals, you become more attuned to what serves those goals and what doesn't. You naturally start to prioritize actions that align with your objectives. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to be uncomfortable. Growth and comfort rarely coexist. By consistently pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, you expand your capabilities and achieve things you never thought possible. Consistency is also about momentum. Each consistent action builds upon the last, creating a powerful force that drives you forward. It might start slow, but over time, that momentum becomes nearly unstoppable. But remember, consistency is not about comparison. Your consistent efforts are about becoming the best version of yourself, not about measuring up to others. Focus on your own progress, your own growth, your own journey. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to fail consistently. Not every effort will yield the results you want, but by consistently showing up, you give yourself more opportunities to succeed. You learn from each attempt, refining your approach over time. Consistency is also about creating a personal standard of excellence. When you consistently put in your best effort, you raise the bar for yourself. You begin to expect more from yourself and in turn achieve more. Another powerful aspect of consistency is its ability to build trust, not just with others, but with yourself. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove to yourself that you are someone who can be relied upon. This self-trust is the foundation of confidence and self-esteem. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to start over. There will be times when you fall off track. The key is to not let these setbacks derail you completely. Each day is a new opportunity to recommit to your consistent efforts. Consistency is also about creating systems that support your goals. By consistently following effective systems and processes, you make success almost inevitable. It is not about relying on willpower alone, but about setting up your environment for success. Remember, consistency is not about perfection, it is about progress. It is about showing up day after day and giving your best effort. It is about small actions taken consistently that compound over time into remarkable results. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to delay gratification. It means choosing the long-term benefits of consistent effort over the short-term pleasure of taking it easy. It is not always fun in the moment, but the results are worth it. Consistency is also about integrity. It is about aligning your actions with your words, your values, your goals. When you consistently act in accordance with what you say is important to you, you build a strong sense of personal integrity. Another benefit of consistency is that it helps you develop a strong sense of identity. You become known to yourself and others as someone who follows through, someone who can be counted on. This identity becomes a powerful force in shaping your actions and your future. Forcing yourself to be consistent also means being willing to be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Results take time. By consistently putting in the effort day after day, you give yourself the best chance at achieving your goals. Consistency is also about creating positive habits. When you consistently take positive actions, they eventually become automatic. You no longer have to force yourself. It becomes a natural part of who you are. Remember, consistency is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, and over time, you will see the results. Lastly, consistency is about aligning your actions with your dreams. When you consistently take steps toward your dreams, you turn them from mere wishes into achievable goals. By forcing yourself to be consistent, you are essentially forcing yourself to live your dreams one small step at a time.